What's up, guys? Dr. Chris Park here. Let's drink a little coffee, talk about addiction. This is actually my favorite coffee mug. It's my V mug. This was my grandfather's, got passed down to me. Hopefully it will survive for a long time. So today I want to talk about what I'm going to call dry Suboxone Syndrome. And this was kind of inspired by a blog post I read called Dry Drunk Syndrome. And I'll put a link to that post. But it's basically this idea that oftentimes you can get sober, right? You can use medication assistance to get off the drugs, and you can be off drugs for a while. But if you're not actually doing any of the inner work, to change yourself from the inside, then you're not necessarily improving your life. I mean, you're going to improve some aspects of it, but you still may have a lot of things you need to work on. And so people can be quote unquote sober, but still walking around, zombified on the inside. You may be holding a lot of, emotional resentment, regrets. You may be dealing with childhood trauma. You may be dealing with other addictions that now you're just kind of focusing on those, like not focusing on trying to get better from those, but actually just kind of double downing. And a lot of times in our society, our culture, addiction is rampant. I mean, we're addicted to our phones. We're addicted to, online websites that you don't need to be looking at. We're addicted to all kinds of things that we're addicted to, like bad news and getting angry about things that are going on in the world that we have no control over. These things are controlling our lives in negative patterns. They're destructive, just like drugs. It's just that they weren't necessarily as obvious as quickly. And so when you're getting sober, when you're getting clean, and you're doing the steps, or you're doing whatever it is, you really need to work on restoring that relationship with you and God, with you and your neighbor, and that is going to kind of change your inner life. Now, I think this is an extremely important concept that is ignored, by a lot of people. A lot of people getting recovery because the medication assistance makes it so easy to not worry about withdrawal anymore, not worry about cravings. And so you just kind of get back, and what we like to say is get back to living a normal life. Well, that's great, right? But what is normal? What do you want normal to be? I mean, hopefully you don't want normal to be like modern day society, because that is abnormal. We need to make the normal not what is common, but what is good, and I think that's what we should be striving for with our addiction recovery. All right, guys, I hope you guys are doing great. I'm gonna cut this short. I got to get ready for church. Peace.